On Friday's all-new episode of General Hospital, a simple trip to Ava's art gallery proved to be anything but for Jordan. After witnessing Jordan meddling in Curtis and Portia's marriage for the longest time, Trina decided to strike back, and the former police commissioner didn't know what hit her. However, one thing was abundantly clear. Trina didn't want Jordan anywhere near her father, something she had no hesitation in making known. Trina tore into Jordan for the role she played in Curtis and Portia's impending divorce. Her sudden hostility knocked Jordan completely off balance, and the promise that she would never let Curtis end up with her blindsided her even more. After calling Jordan transparent as glass, Trina drove the point home. My dad loves me, and he listens to me, and I'm gonna make sure that he never goes back to you. Jordan tried to blame Trina's opinion on something Portia must have said, but Trina shut that down fast, insisting she reach that conclusion with her own two eyes. Trina's verbal evisceration of Jordan sent viewers into a frenzy on social media, with most of them rooted firmly in Trina's corner. Many felt Jordan had this coming after refusing to stay out of Portia's business. Everywhere Portia turned, Jordan seemed to be waiting for a nugget she could twist to score points with Curtis. For a lot of fans, enough was finally enough. And Trina's newfound attitude was not just a surprise, but the moment they had been waiting for. Trina was right about you, Jordan. Face it. Nobody messes with hashtag Gage1X user shared. I don't care that Trina is acting on limited information. Someone other than Portia needed to tell Jordan how ridiculous she's been fawning over Curtis the last 10 months. #GH? A viewer wrote, Trina girl, your parents don't want to be together. Leave Jordan alone. #GH, a fan on the opposite side exclaimed. Trina to Jordan, watch how you speak about my mother. One thing about Trina Robinson is that she don't play when it comes to her mama. #GH. A viewer tweeted, I'm actually loving Trina's deep dislike of Jordan right now. I hope she's allowed to keep the hate flowing. She can't be nice to everyone all the time. Let her have this. #GH, one fan stated. Jordan swears Portia is obsessed with her. Portia ain't told Trina nothing about you, girl. #GH, a fan reminded Jordan. Watch how you speak about my mother. Get her show you how out of pocket Jordan is to think she can talk crazy about Portia to Trina BTC. Are you dumb? #GH, a viewer wrote, Jordan really thinks Portia sits up with Trina to discuss her Earl. You think too highly of yourself where Portia is concerned? Big Mama Portia don't give a damn about you. #GH, one fan shared, no matter how much people like Jordan, she's been out of line. No matter how much people forget, Trina has always been this bold and forthright. And no matter how much people hate Portia, that is Trina's ride or die mama. Why wouldn't she take up for her? A viewer proclaimed. Did Jordan think she'd get Trina's blessing as Curtis's new woman? GH1 fan asked. Like, imagine thinking I'm about to be mad at Trina for doing what her mother won't do. Cause Jordan needs to hear how she's a bald-headed scallywag from somebody. A viewer said, with Trina Tabiana, Ali firmly opposed to Curtis Donnell Turner reuniting with his ex-wife. The idea of a clean reconciliation suddenly feels far less certain. Curtis was ready to take Jordan Tanisha Harper back before she revealed Portia's Brooke Kerr pregnancy. And that moment is now in limbo. He may be determined to end his marriage, but the reality of the baby complicates everything, with the pregnancy and now Trina acting as clear obstacles on Jordan's route back to Curtis. A reunion may be dead on arrival. Jordan wanted complete honesty before a fresh start, and that insistence may be the very thing that cost her her second chance. However, while it's admirable that Trina is speaking out against Jordan on behalf of her mother, she doesn't have all of her facts. What she doesn't know is that her mother has no idea who the baby's father is. Portia hasn't disclosed her intimate relations with Isaiah Sawandi Wilson to Curtis yet, a fact that could be a game changer. If Curtis isn't the father of Portia's baby, the door to reuniting with Jordan becomes slightly more ajar. With Trina remaining as the only significant hurdle, Portia hasn't acted like she is open to making things work with Curtis at this point, so despite Trina's insistence, there's really nothing keeping Jordan from winning him back. Also, if Trina insists on inserting herself in arguments that don't directly pertain to her, it's possible Jordan will flip the script and reveal the pregnancy to her. Portia has done a poor job at keeping it under wraps, and with Jordan in possession of the knowledge, she could easily use it as a weapon to diffuse